Kind of weird on the start. Sometimes there's no one streaming. Sometimes there's loads. Hello. You just make sure I can hear us on Twitch. That's what I hate about Twitch, is the sound bit. It's so hard to know if you're being heard.
You never know.
Hello.
I'm not hearing anything here.
No, neither am I. Hold on.
No, you are. I've got it on my phone. Yeah, it's working.
You can hear it?
Yeah.
Hello. Ah, yes, okay. I can hear it too.
I'm not hearing anything here.
I can hear it as well.
Oh yeah, just a bit of a delay. I've got it now.
Yeah, that's why you need to be on the PC basically. Right. Let's get going. Can you see me? Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome from myself and my great friend James. Say hello, James.
How are you doing, everyone? You all right?
And we have a special guest, the one, the only, Tim from Pinball Live. Say hello, Tim.
How you doing, Neil? James?
Good to see you, man. Or
yeah, you too.
At least in how would I put it? Virtual ways.
I'm in cyber.
Yes. Thanks to the power of Zoom. Which we thank them for. God knows where we'd be if it wasn't for Zoom and Teams and all those guys this week. So I'm gonna briefly kind of intro what we're doing tonight. We're playing the best of 5 games. It's an IFPA challenge event. If you go to ifpapinball.com, you'll find out more about that. But it's basically a bit of a fun tournament where you just challenge each other one-on-one, and they've encouraged folks to do crazy streaming like this. So fortunately, me and James have got the same game, and we're both streamers. So we've kind of botched this together. It might not play all brilliant, but we're going to have a bit of a laugh. And Tim is going to commentate. And when we start in a minute, I'm going to hand over to Tim to run the rest of the show. Any questions from James or Tim or anything to say?
No, you're looking good. I think you're a bit blurry, Neil. I think your camera might have focused in on behind you. But
hold on, let me
just go easy on me, Tim. Yeah, just be nice.
Hey, look, you talk to me what strategies you're going for. I think
my strategy is not lose the ball.
That's a legitimate strategy, right?
I'm not going to help you too much, but I think the modes have got a lot to them.
Yes. Right. So I'm going to
actually. Can I just preface this with the fact that I've owned this game for about 70.
No.
Here we go.
No, you can't.
the early. James, I think I'll be honest with you, mate. I think you're the favourite for this.
This is all mind games now. This is all mind
exactly. We're doing a bit of what was it? Kevin Keegan and Alex Ferguson.
There you go.
If you remember that far back. Right, so we did a coin toss earlier, and basically I'm going to play my first ball first, and then James will start. So the game volume might be a bit iffy. Anyway, Tim, I'm going to shout and let you commentate.
Sure. Well, it's a bit of a Marmite game. This, I think, it's in a quite a difficult era of pinball, I would say. It's off the back of the early 90s heyday, starting to do a few different themes, but I don't know. This one seemed to get reasonably bad press at the time. I think probably because of the artwork package, but the rules are fantastic and the flow's great. And once you get the thing warmed up, you're away with it.
What about you, James?
Here we go. I don't know what I'm doing at all. Here we go. Yeah, modes. It's the thing I find about it is the loops are just so darn quick.
Yeah. Hey, Cut. Yeah, we were commenting on that earlier, Cut, but we're not going to sweat it. The games are set up differently. It's just a bit of fun. Just wondering if we've lost Tim.
No, sorry, I was just reorganising where I was sitting. I thought, oh, James is playing. I might as well walk off. Yeah, so good effort from both players there. I don't think we cracked 20 million on either. Oh, James cracked 20 million. So
yeah, thank God.
Slight lead there, but
right. Okay, I'm going to go.
So in terms of the values of the modes here, a little bit like Indiana Jones in that respect, they're really very high valued if you can complete them. Neil now on the battlefield. As many targets as hits on Khan to destroy.
Oh.
You did say it was set up hard.
Yes. Maybe I need to adjust it quickly.
Contrary to popular belief, mine is not set up flat.
Now, what James is going to do here is take the 10 million straight away because
that's not a bad strategy.
That's the death strategy of this game. Every time I've tried that, I've died quickly.
You are boring me.
Okay, so we're into
Oh, what? Just maybe we should start with a warm up.
Yeah, I was thinking that after my first ball.
Well, I mean, you've doubled your score, so.
Am I back on? Yes, okay. I was just trying to. I got a light that just stopped working for some reason. Now I'm going to miss it. Anyway, okay.
Pretty level pegged to 50 versus 44. And correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I think we're going to do a best of 5 on this. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, so easy in.
No. James might have won the first round already.
What do I need to do? Take that 20 million? Or take that 10?
So 57-4.
I'm going to go for the 10, you know. I know it's not great, but I'm going to go for it.
Go for the 10.
I can get it. Might double up now. I might get a chance at 20. Still got a bit of ball save on there.
Honestly, I think a couple of ramps and you'll have it. Danger ramps. Nice loop into the... Did you make it?
Oh, you are.
Oh, it's going to be close.
Wow.
By the scrape of the bonus. Well played, James.
On the bonus as well, man. Oh, wow.
So that's 1-0 to James. Well done, mate. If I'd been organised, I'd have some sort of button to press that would make it go 1-0, but we'll just have to shout it out.
I think you can turn your volumes up a bit if you wanted. Yeah. Give it a little bit of...
Too mad with it.
Oh,
I got to tell you, yeah, just a little bit. I think your ROM's hooky, James, because when you turn your volume up, you get "Say No to Drugs." Have you seen that?
Yeah. It's just because there's just so much drugs in this place.
Yeah.
It's just you've got to keep reminding yourself, even with the volume.
I've put on a couple of my games. I only did it on a couple because I got bored of it. Is COVID is real? Protect yourself.
Nice one.
Right, James, you're off first this time, man.
Okay, well, I'll hopefully set a little bit more than 20 million on there. To be fair, that was a good. If it was 20 million per ball, would have got better scores.
So for those watching at home, and I'll say this up front so that I don't influence either one of them unfairly, but general strategies on this game either to go for the modes. You've got your multi-ball and you've got the vengeance, which you can get from the ramps. If you dial the ramps in, it's actually quite a good thing to go for, but they're quite risky shots. The rebounds can be reasonably difficult.
The problem I have with the ramps is they're just so satisfying to hit. It's that whole thing, isn't it, about being dangerous and then wanting to hit them. Oh, yeah, not a lot. 5 million.
You got more in bonus than in the main game. How does that work? Right.
Okay, first ball locked. Got to take the prize for the best ball lock in this game.
Agreed.
Oh, and a nasty drain.
A ball saver's just still on as well. Tell me.
We're being nothing but consistent, right? Okay. Oh.
Come.
You are boring me.
That's that.
Okay, there we go. We're hooking in the jackpots here. This is it's one of the quick two balls.
Oh my lord!
Did you drain that first one? I didn't see that go.
Yeah, there's two straight down the centre.
Ah.
One straight after the other.
Right, pressure's on, man.
Short ball, but good. It's doubled the previous score. I don't have a shadow Kirk, not yet.
You are boring me.
It's on the list. Do you know, my biggest regret is I didn't have David Dodds. That was a really lovely example.
I think that might be the one that James has got now.
I don't think so. He had the Auric transplant that, didn't he?
Right, mate.
I'm going to go for the 10 mil. I mean, why not in this sort of game?
It's a good strat.
I'm going to hit it.
All of you.
Ball save to the rescue.
You are boring me.
That is
Okay.
very valuable.
There's some serious points just got stacked up there.
Hey, Phil.
For some reason, the battlefield always seems to get harder. Sorry. I think that would have been. Oh yes, you'll take that.
Well, it's got big work to do. Hi, Greg.
Greg, how you doing? I don't know about if it's the game not being kind. Maybe more a reflection of the skill.
He's going to do it. He's going to do it. And the breakthrough. Trying for the outer loop here. Always difficult in a hurry-up situation.
You can get to it, but I do enough is the question. No.
Yeah.
Woo!
Wow. Pipped it. Another close one, but that's one apiece.
Right, my turn to go first, James. Well played, mate. That was. You're right. We should have that first game as a warm up. Right.
The weed of crime bears bitter fruit.
And Neil seems to be going for the locks at the moment. I don't know about you, Neil, but when there's a nice lock shot, I always tend to find myself shooting for it, even subconsciously.
Yeah, I mean, I actually prefer can multi-ball than the main multi-ball. I find the shot to the jackpot on this so hard.
Yeah.
Whereas can, you've got more of a choice. Not as lucrative, but definitely easier to hit, I think.
I feel like I've been hustled in that first game.
Well, I have had this game a lot longer, James, so I think it's fair to say. I do want to do Walking Dead, but I need to move my Walking Dead or do something so I can stream it, because it's in a place where my TV's above it, I can't stream it. Over you, James.
I'm just suckered into these ramp shots. I mean, I know they're just completely danger, but
No, dial it in. It's a good,
Go for it.
good strategy.
see, that's the risk you take, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of being
Stop boring me.
Lovely shot. Nice early on the hurry up there.
I'm on my way.
Yes.
Nice.
well.
Ooh.
Just so brutal, like you don't get any chance to react. Maybe you do, I'm just not very quick at it.
You are boring me.
Here we go.
Okay. Light her up.
I could never. This jackpot, so why don't we just fail it? Oh, gosh, this.
Worse than the SIM card shot.
It is. It is. It is. For me, I think it's an incredibly hard shot.
I think the thing about this is as well is it is so annoying because it gives you the opportunity. Like, you know, those balls load down for that jackpot shot so nicely. You sort of feel like you should be able to get it.
Yeah.
And then as it
it's
dribbles down,
it's just about learning the shot. It's tough.
You are boring me.
Nice. I think you're right about the modes, then they are pretty lucrative, actually, especially with the bonus.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that you find stacks up, and it's a little bit safer than going for the ramps. James is currently on, I think it was 40 odd, just picked up another 10. Oh, sorry, 120. So Neil's got some work to do.
Again.
oh,
Nice control.
Lovely.
Okay, so the ramps are a go.
Nice.
And take a breather. Nice to take a lock shot.
I'd be shouting stall right now if it was all good.
Once you're back in the queue, there's only me here.
You've won.
Yes.
Oh, can sell it, can. Nice.
Four to collect.
Oh, you know.
That was 70 million that just went through your fingertips there. Okay, one more shot on the left ramp. And it's money time.
Whoa.
Nice.
Nice. This mode's pretty lucrative, actually. Oh.
Okay, I reckon you're going to pick up another at least 50 on the bonus. There we go. Nice.
Crikey, I'm in trouble here. There we go. Right. Just thinking what I should do.
Oh.
Okay, 2, 3. That's 60 mil. Already up to 150. Oh, that's a shame.
Problem with the volleyballs, you don't get any bonus for them. James, well done, mate. You can walk off on that one.
I'm not sure if in any tournament situation I've actually beat you now, so
Take it.
why not? I'm not saying
I forgot to mention my fractured elbow before we started. James got his excuses in quite early, but I let him away with it. Right. Okay.
What do you think of the game then, James? Having only owned it for what, a week or two now?
Yeah. So to be honest, and it's always the same with a new pin that comes in, right? You're always, madly in love with it. But I have to say, it's a blinking good game. it's mode based, which I like, but it's got a lot more around it as well. So you can just play the modes, but you've always got something else you can do. So for me, the fact that you can be in a mode, but you can be working towards car multi-ball, you can be working towards your main multi-ball, or you could be going up to the battlefield. Then the hurry ups are just a nice little sprinkling on top of that. I think it's got a lot more than people maybe give it credit for. But then has it become more popular over the last 2 years?
I don't know. It's hard. It's an odd situation. I mean, I always remember Phil Palmer, certainly in the UK, Phil Palmer was trying to push these like Hellfire. It was like, I remember it used to say on his website, "Our ultimate pinball." It was his absolute favorite. And somebody told me, it's because he's got a room full of them and he can't shift them. And I never got around to asking whether that was true or not after we were asking the next show. But
I think one of the reasons it got more popular is, I think in Indisc 2018, it was in the final, and there was a couple of pretty top games on it. I think Owen was playing it. I think he lost. I think it was Zach Sharp, I think, won it. And actually, that's where I first really got into it. But I played this first game. First time I played this was at Pinball, and I had no idea what I was doing on it. And I got the Battlefield. And the Battlefield's more like a video game than it's the closest to a pinball video game where you're playing Breakout. And I'm reasonably decent at that. And I got the Battlefield, and because of that, I won the round. And I remember thinking, I like that. When you do well in a game, in a comp, you tend to like it, right?
Yeah.
So, James, you're up first.
Oh, come on. It's all your fault. That was one of those. Oh, Neil?
Am I up? Sorry, thank you. That was quick. Yeah. Sorry, I was just trying to catch up with chat. Yes, D-Ray, I am definitely losing my hair. And I've kind of given up trying to dishevel it into something that resembles anything reasonable.
The Kevin Keegan look earlier than Neil. You're not thinking like the perm.
No, I'm not thinking about a perm. It's not got that. The anxiety of lockdown hasn't got to me that much yet. But not quite.
I've got a mullet.
Yeah, I'm really lucky. I literally got my hair cut really short, just literally the Saturday before lockdown, and I've got a good kind of lucky balls. So I've got a good couple of months on it.
I've got a confession. I've been getting at-home haircuts. You can probably tell. I'm due one tomorrow, so we'll just ride it out today and see how.
What have you become?
Yeah, I actually managed to me with scissors, Greg.
I managed to cut mine, but I only did the sides, and then the backs just sort of kept growing.
Have you started drinking beer out in the front, like on your front lawn with a sofa out there yet?
Yeah, I mean lunchtime beers are a thing.
Overshadow.
Ooh.
I was thinking about buying a tiger.
Tiger?
I think we all did for a minute.
There's a guy in my office that is known for his kind of wacky hair. And then he came on a video conference call last week with like the tightest crew cut I've ever seen in my life. And I didn't recognize it was him. And then when pretty much no one did. And then we realized when it was him, we all just couldn't stop laughing at how aggressive this haircut was.
It's a lovely one too, that shot, James.
Oh,
Nice.
I find that almost impossible. Any shot like that where you've got to take it after a loop. It's
So I've got better at that predominantly because of Iron Maiden.
I used to find No Fear, the jump ramp on that. I used to be able to pick off 1 or 2, and then anything 3 or 4, for some reason, even though the speed was the same, it would just kill me.
I can't do that. I think 2's my record. I can't get anywhere more on it. It's so fast.
But I've watched some pro players. They just keep picking them off time and time and time. It's amazing. So James is into his multi-ball. He's got the jackpots now doubled. Reasonably easy to score if you can just get the ball under control. Okay. Didn't get it on the double there, I don't think. I think it just timed out. But still, decent 20 million.
Such a hard shot. Oh.
He's got one more ramp shot to get to start Vengeance, so that might be something.
Oh, get up there.
Okay, we're into the battlefield. 30 to go.
Nice. Yeah, I like No Fear as well, Kirk. So it's one of my Williams games that I've held on to.
Oh.
Nice ball, James.
Yeah.
Oh. The pressure is on. 292 versus 12.
The scoring's pretty exponential, though, isn't it? Like the second you get into something, you can score it. But kind of a stupid thing to say because I guess it's always like that. You know what I mean?
You are boring me.
I don't think you heard that, James, but we got a little sound clip just after you finished talking, and I think it was Khan shouted out, "You are boring me."
Very
classic timing.
Very fair.
Hey, D. Berry, we're playing The Shadow on both games. Sorry.
You are boring me.
Okay, so James is straight back into the multi-ball, picking those jackpots off. Just took 70 million on that shot. Another 40 there. That's going to put him into the 400 million.
First.
Oh, that's better, James. We can hear you now. I think it must have been preferencing Neil's audio. Yeah, the tables don't look the same because James's is blinged up beyond recognition.
Terrible multi-ball.
Yeah, it was good. That was a 250 million multi-ball, that was, so good going. A couple of the modes picked off as well, so that's
A bonus as well. Don't tell.
instead. Yeah, there'll be a bit to come. Okay. So anyone used to the Stern machines will know this mode inside out. Shoot the flashing arrows. It's funny, people say, you know, a machine takes a while to warm up, but you can really see, oh, I've jinxed it. You can really see when a machine starts going, you know, and it is the player that's causing it, but it just, you see the ball flow more, you know, between ramps and shots, and you become more dialed into it. It's great to watch.
Absolutely great score, James. 640. I think I need a miracle. Right, here we go.
Did we agree to some sort of financial incentive on a game before this? I can't remember.
Yeah, James, if you win, you have to give me 100 quid.
Seems fair.
I take your checks in the post. I've just realised something that I just noticed it. I've still got the post robbers removed from this game. That's why it's graining like a total...
Here come the excuses.
He was going to put him back in, but his arm was hurting so much.
Yeah.
Tilt.
That tilt bob you left really sensitively set as well. Yeah.
Let me just hold on. Let me just turn my camera off while I have camera problems. Well played, James. What's that? Is that 3-1?
Yeah.
3-1. Okay.
I think we should carry on that. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. No. Well, no. It's best out of 5. So can I win it or not?
So in between the games, I think it's fair that we talk about the differences between the two games, although they're both similarly lit in quite a harsh way with those LEDs. So back in '94, there was none of this LED business going on. They were beautifully yellow fire-lit incandescent lamps, softly glowing between games, warming the room at the same time. You didn't need radiators.
No. You did a fire extinguisher for when the back box went on fire. Though.
J105 slowly smouldering. No, but you got some nice green backfill on yours, James. I particularly dislike that.
Yeah, it is pretty horrific, I have to say.
Yeah, so there's I mean, this game's got more things coming off of it than Frankenstein's monster at the point where it gets juiced. But it's to some people's liking. To be fair, the biggest thing for me is the side blades. I really like them. I know, Tim, you're not a fan of modding, but
no, I'll give you that. It's nice.
Yeah.
What have you got? Mirrors?
No, it's like a cityscape, like a.
Oh yes, I see it.
What's the art style like?
Yeah, like Art Deco, is it?
Art Deco. There we go. That's the only one I know is Gothic, so I thought I'd say it and take a pop in the dark.
I always just go for Bauhaus whenever someone backs me into a corner. Yeah, it's Bauhaus. It's Bauhaus.
I thought that was a font.
Yeah. But so this game I bought it off Lee Riley actually 2 years ago. He delivered. It got delivered to. I think he gave it to me at the first Pinfest, and I used that for this for stall ball there. And it's got like these dark chrome mirror blades on it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Which are all right, and all the LEDs. One thing it has got that I am going to fix down at the bottom here. You can see it. The camera struggling with it. These blue LEDs. They're going to be changed to white because it just doesn't look all that great. But yeah, no, this game's been. I like this game because there's a lot to do in it, and you can make it a challenging comp game if you're so inclined, or you can make it quite easy. This game here is set up pretty robust.
And that's one of the things I think that makes it a good competition game is it's actually quite brutal. So you don't necessarily get very long ball times if it's set up in the right way. And a lot of the shots, which are quite rewarding, are also quite risky.
Yes,
draw you in. I mean, I don't know. I've always said like I'm a massive lover of ramps. I don't know what it is. I just the feel of hitting a ramp is always what I'm going for. And this one at the front is so nice when you hit it. It's the other one's quite nice as well because it's a long shot. You've got once you dial it in, they both feel so good. But you've got no time on this one, have you, to react? It's literally there, and then bang, it's back in your face, and the ball's gone.
And the point of rebound is half the playfield's pretty much taken up with ramps and toys. So you don't really have, apart from the center shot, you don't really have many long shots on it. It's, but it doesn't feel congested at all, does it? The playfield, it's odd in that way.
Yeah, I think the one, if you're in multi-ball, the one thing I kind of struggle with is if you hit a ball up the left loop, you can kind of lose track of it, and you've hit it up there, and in your mind consciously it's coming back down really quick here, and you're trying to juggle balls here and then hit the flipper to hit the jackpot. I can, if I hit that shot, it's usually by accident rather than by design. But what I've found on most shadows is if you hit this, and I'm giving away some secrets here. If you hit the loop shot here on the left, and you just keep the flipper extended, on just about every shadow I've played, it will go straight into the can shot and makes it easy to start modes or easy to pick up that jackpot.
Yeah.
You just need to hold the flipper out and it just bounces over, basically.
The thing about those orbit shots as well is that exactly what you just said, though. They are so rapid.
Yeah.
Generally, in most games, you buy yourself, you put it through an orbit, you're buying yourself a little bit of time. I don't know why in this game it feels like it's just hurtling towards you. I don't know what's different about this than any other orbit. And
actually, I think you don't get a lot of time between when the ball becomes visible exiting the orbit and when you've actually got to do something with it on that top flipper. I think that's what makes a difference. You don't see it coming until it's too late almost.
Are we gonna do a rematch, James?
What, best of 5 again, or
best of 5 again? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Okay, so let's. You start this time as I.
Okay. I think we've both got our eye on a bit more, so it's probably a little bit more fair. I think.
Let me just say, Neil, when because your mic is a lot more sensitive when you're.
I've been turning it off. Last time I turned it off so we could hear James's game. So when he starts, I'll mute it. Yeah.
And I won't talk too much because otherwise it goes over it. But let's see how we go.
Cool. Good luck.
Cheers, bud. You too.
Who knows what?
One thing I really struggle with in this game as well is post passing. As you can see.
That's black rubber, James. You want to get with the reds. I'm serious. I've got a hatred for black rubber. It's like bonfire toffee. Oh.
You still think you can control the game with brute force?
It is reassuring to know that you have a tilt bob.
Yeah, at least
there are some characters not a million miles away from you that are known for not having a tilt bob.
Look, there's always something swinging in it. It's just not necessarily conductive.
By the way, I do have to just quickly say, probably one of the best. I haven't seen the film, although this did come with the game. And thanks to the previous seller of that. There you go. One of the best call-outs for a tilt.
That was dreadful.
So for anyone watching that doesn't really know this game, features 4 flipper buttons, 2 a side, and the second set actually changed the diverters on the left and right ramps. So, and that will change which flipper the ball gets delivered to. That's quite neat. And the rings, the red flashing rings on each ramp, you can divert the ball to trigger whichever ones are needed for collecting. It looks like James has got that shot dialed in quite well, where you take the left orbit and then straight into the mode start shot. I think your $50 was on James on the right. Don't worry, Tommy. He's got it under control.
Great first ball, James. Oh, was that? No, it was second ball. Second ball, rather. Sorry. I'm losing the plot. Oh, shit.
You are boring me.
Oh, one shot.
Where did that ball save come from?
I don't know where it came from, actually.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, the double drain.
I got something out of it. Not a lot, but something.
I have to say, I think I know the reason that you like this game so much as well is because the multi-balls. Is there any ball save at all on the multi-balls?
Very little, tiny little bit of balls. Took like 5 seconds or something by default, I think.
Right.
control the game with brute force.
That was silly.
You're not tilting, you're not trying. Right, here we go. Well, what's the target? Oh. It's one of those, it's close, but it's
Yeah, but
also quite far away.
Yeah, it could all go horribly wrong.
So how many of these do you think there are? It's not a rare game by any means, is it?
I don't know. I mean, I remember when they were on site, I remember at least 2 nearby to me. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they're pretty common. You get some games that do the rounds and they kind of end up in collectors' hands and they keep hold of them. But Shadow's kind of one that I don't know. It seems to pop up reasonably often.
I must admit, it wasn't too difficult for me to get hold of this. It put a post up and got a hold of one. So
Nice.
Only one hit, I think.
Okay, that's going to do it.
Yeah.
I'll play now.
Good game.
So you're up first.
Yeah, I'm up first, okay. Look at what?
I think D-Berry's loving it, loving life in the chat today.
He is.
I think
He's been on the booze.
it's what, sorry. We need a new word for balls for the ladies. Yeah.
I think D-Berry's known for his busted flippers.
Oh.
So how do you feel about seeing games these days, Tim, with LEDs, colour DMDs?
I love buying games with LEDs and colour DMDs because I can actually get a bit of money back.
I'm surprised whenever I look on eBay that the amount of sort of people that are selling like random bundles of LEDs. I'm even more surprised by the fact that loads of people are like bidding on them.
Yeah, it's an odd thing.
Lucky.
I think on the next game, then we need to up your game volume a little bit. I don't know how mine's coming through.
It's odd because I think Zoom tends to just pick who's making the most noise, and quite often that's just the attract music. I don't know. It's pretty random. And of course, when I talk, I don't think you can hear anything.
Yeah, I think when Jack was doing this, he didn't use the speech. When he was commentating, he himself came out, 'cause I think he was piping it straight in, as well as piping it into the Zoom, he was piping it straight out. I think. But the other commentators came out reasonably okay.
Good ball this now.
Not complaining. Oh.
It's really weird actually because as a mode, I find that mode quite hard actually.
I like this game because the modes are challenging, and they don't seem like it's just hit the same thing all the time. I don't know. Some games like Guardians, it's like hit the same shot, but they're blue. I don't know. This doesn't feel quite like that. I don't know why, but
Yeah, it's funny because I actually thought that Guardians had quite a bit more variety than compared to Star Trek, which I thought was exactly what you just said. You know, the Stern Star Trek. Weird. It's weird how some games, I think, they just like click with you or they don't, right?
I have to say, Stern Star Trek is a good game.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'd put it on par with Avatar, and
Better than that.
I knew I'd get a reaction by saying that.
Oh, it's such a dreadful game, Avatar.
Now I've found that till I can't seem to leave it alone.
Yeah, that's good. Right, I'm back on.
You are boring me.
I think it's amazing actually. You look at the difference between the two games, though. How much the lighting can make them look different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does feel very warm. Obviously not as warm as an incandescent bulb tin, but
I've also got my camera to set for a warmer white balance as well, which is probably making it look less. I've got cold LEDs in this predominantly, but I've set the white balance a bit warmer.
I can understand why people like to make the machines look the same as the Sterns, because obviously, you know, you've got a really high contrast Stern machine sat next to an incandescent. It can look a bit odd.
Yeah. No.
I need to hit something.
You're not so scary.
This is just the most ridiculous thing ever, like the call outs on that.
I think I need to watch this movie again. I can't really remember it. I think that's one of the reasons the machine gets such a bad rep.
I think it's a bad movie. It's a bit cheesy, but it's not terrible.
Yeah.
Behold,
I also used to think that was called a Ferber, not a Herber.
I just learned something.
Oh, walked right into that.
I don't know if you're still in chat, Greg, but do you still have your Dirty Harry?
Yes.
I played that at Steve's place, 5 Street, and quite liked it.
Dirty Harry's a great game. It's another one of the Williams games that are good in comps, I think.
Yeah.
If the gun works, the problem is the gun doesn't work on a lot of them.
Right. I think it's definitely on my hit list for one day. I'd love to own one.
You have to put lightning flippers on it though.
Is that the original? Was it Lightning Flippers?
No, but I put lightning flippers on the one in the club. Otherwise it plays forever, basically. And we had it in the open, and I wouldn't have. Normally, I probably wouldn't have put it in because I couldn't make it hard enough. But then I thought if I put lightning flippers on, I can put it in, and it won't be there all day. And because it was one of the few, we were worried about how reliable the games would be. So I wanted it in because I knew it was reliable. Yeah, it's getting very close. You must have about, I'm going to guess about 50 to 60 million in bonus.
That's cool, Greg. I might speak to you in a couple of weeks and maybe see if we can work something out.
Oh, no.
That's a huge bonus. Huge. Right. There we go. That was a bad shot into the loop. Oh, no.
The target 314, so 41. I'm gonna get that off of one shot.
Well, that's a good start. I think you'll get 10 for the lock. Oh, take the 15. Go on.
No, it's too dangerous.
James.
Can't. See, this is why this game is so good, because now I'm like, I've got so many options of what to go for, and I don't know which one to take, so I'm going to go mode, I think.
Nice.
So does the mode carry into the multi-ball?
Yeah, I think so. In again.
Is that enough?
Yeah, you've done it, mate. You've done it. Well played.
Is that 3 for 3?
2 for 2, I think, isn't it?
Okay.
I didn't win the first one, did I?
Yeah, I thought so, didn't you?
I don't know. I think
it's 2. I thought it was 2 for 2 now.
Okay, I'm not going to argue.
Yeah.
Who's up first?
It's your turn to go first, dude.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Looking at if I've got time to put my post rubbers back on.
Oh, that. Oh. That's all gone quiet.
Right.
The weed of crime.
No, it's unmute my mic so you can hear your sound good. Oh, that was terrible.
I don't know what it is, but when you, like anything, I think when you get into going with something, it just really like starts going. It's so weird, isn't it? You can start a ball and get absolutely nothing, and it's always the way. Never just have like an okay ball. It's either a great ball or a terrible ball.
Yeah, I found on Iron Maiden you can be playing it like for quite a while, and your score's like 20 million.
I really struggle with this upper playfield as well. It does not come naturally to me at all.
Sorry about that, chaps. I'm back now. Little lad's giving me a bit of grief, so I might have to call it a day. But
No worries, mate.
I have to. Yeah, he's teeth, I think.
Oh dear, that's the challenging time.
That's it.
Is he walking yet?
He is. Yeah, he's walking around. Yeah,
He's climbing and getting into all sorts of mischief.
Plenty.
Yes, my grandson Theo's in the same mode. Right, here we go.
Right. Well, best of luck, guys, and good catching up. Speak to you soon.
Yeah, thanks, Tim.
Yeah. Cheers, guys. See ya.
See you later, Tim.
See you, mate.
Oh. Right. Oh, 40, a B by less than a million. You're up, James.
Right.
This is it. It's down this last ball. Big thanks to Tim, who's Pinball Live streamer and has a phenomenal kind of 80s and 90s collection.
You are boring me.
And here we go, and we're in can multi-ball mode. And I find this mode the easier multi-ball mode to score points from, although James has just lost both balls. Turbo attack mode. Is this the same? Does anyone know if this is the same pattern? Is it like learnable? Like right, what have we got on the
Not really
cards?
much challenge there, is it? So
I don't know, mate. It's 80 million. That's non-trivial in this game. It could go either way. I need a good battlefield, I think. Right, here we go.
the I really struggle with is the battlefield. Excuse me.
Saved by the ball save. Fucking hell. That was lucky beyond belief.
But that's why I really love that car multi-ball, because it's just all you've got to do is like the inlane. It's going to happen naturally, and then getting it in to start it's not difficult.
Yeah, and you've got a few choices on the jackpot shot.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not as restrictive as other.
Oh no! I might not have done it.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I think you've beat me just. Oh! Well done, mate. Great game. Right,
Yeah.
I'm going to call it a night there as well, mate. Otherwise, I'll be nagged to death all tomorrow. But I really enjoyed that. I thought it was good fun. Worked out all right.
Stream looks good now, I have to say. I'm checking on my phone. It does look good.
Yeah, it looks all right. So what I'll do is I'll get my Walking Dead set up. And if we get maybe next week sometime, we'll have a one-on-one on Walking Dead.
Yeah, absolutely. If not, also Attack from Mars as well. I think we've got.
Oh yeah, attack from. Is yours all ready to roll?
It will be shortly before it goes. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, we'll pick out a time. Sorry.
Thanks ever so much for having me. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. No. Listen, it was a bit of a gamble, but we made it work, and I think just a few things to tweak on the sound, but. Greg says been pretty good, so that's always good. It's hard to know how this is working, and it was good having Tim on commentary. Although he did say we'd have these little ones, so but it was good to see him. So with that, I will bid everyone farewell. Good night, everybody. Stay safe. James is on UK Pinball Club on Twitch streams randomly during the week. I'm on. Twitch.tv/Neil McRae. I'm usually on Friday nights, but sometimes Saturday nights when we're doing wacky stuff like this. Shout out to the guys at Pinball Info, which is the UK forum, and big thanks to Tim for joining us and everyone that joined online. We'll see you soon. Thanks very much, folks. Bye-bye. Cheers, James.
Cheers.